So modern men and modern women are the actual reason why everybody is screwed up. So to answer your question, Anton, the reason why things are harder for us now is because the I would say the epitome of a modern man or modern woman is individualism. And like Lucky said, there's no community. Modern men, modern women don't care nothing about community, is individualism. So as a traditional person, that's I always push family and community because I'm a traditional person. So social media has separated all of us. Kids don't go outside. I do, but a lot of people don't interact with each other physically. They just be on these little boxes and stuff like on YouTube and shit. And they never go outside. Like I'm outside now in another state hanging out with other, social media people. So I embrace that, but I think part of that is because I'm a traditional person. A lot of
You
people
missed to let
aren't.
go. You missed to
They
let
have
go.
social anxiety. They don't even
You
want
missed
to
to let
do
go. That
this.
has nothing to do with the black community because social media
Yes, it
exists.
does.
It exists for everybody.
But people, I get what you're saying, but
Mm. White
it's
people got social
trends.
media. Asian people got social media.
It's about trends.
Mexicans
Hold
got
on,
social
Anton.
media. Why is it
Anton,
only
we're more
affecting black
trendy.
people in a negative
We're
way?
more trendy. We're more
No,
trendy. We follow
no.
trends. Black people follow trends. And the trend is I don't need no man, I don't need no woman, passport bros, all this stupid shit. It's individualism. So the new trend, in my opinion, for black people, the reason why black people are so messed up is because the biggest trend is individualism.
Guys, listen up. As you get older, the best way to continue to look young, exuberant, and vibrant is to continue to take care of your skin. That's why I'm excited to have Teej Hanley as a sponsor of today's video. You heard me talk about them before, and you're going to continue to hear me talk about them because I believe in their products and the positive impact that they have on every man's life. Teej Hanley makes taking care of your skin so easy. They provide you with all the products you need and nothing that you don't. Every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. Lapeef family, I must admit, skincare wasn't always something I always focused on, but since I started using this system, I've seen improvements in the way my skin look and feels. And you don't have to take my word for it. They have over 5,000 5-star reviews on their website from satisfied customers from around the world. I recommend you start with the level 1 system, which comes with all the basics: a daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer, and a PM moisturizer. In addition to amazing skin, members of Teej Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off retail price, the ability to customize your box, pause or cancel at any time, and free US shipping. And because Teej Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click that first link in the description and you'll get 30% off your first box plus the free gift. Seriously, that's an amazing deal. Even though it's too early, as I often say, it's never too late. Click that link and get started today.
However you want to look at it.
Mm.
So
Can I
for me,
can
I
I
have
step in
to,
real fast, real fast? Well, you go ahead, Ray. I'm going after you.
okay. So I have to agree and disagree with Anton. So my disagree is slavery does still exist. Sometimes we get so caught up in our Western perspective, we forget that there are other cultures that are still enslaved in other parts of the world. So slavery is still a thing, not in the Western world, but it is. But where I agree with you is that everything begins.
Actually, it is in the Western world.
Prison.
So everything begins in the mind. There was a study done where they took two children, two boys, and they had them play a sport, basketball. And for one boy, they told him, "Oh, you're great. You're the best. Every time you did something, you're really good at this. Oh, wow, you're going to be a pro." And for the other boy, they told him, "Oh, no, you're bad. You're not doing good. You're failing." And these people were two boys that were on the same skill level. But because of what they were told and what they internalized, they had two different outcomes. I also wanted to say Munchausen syndrome is when someone intentionally fabricates or mix up or induces symptoms. So that's a little different. I believe what Lady Di was talking about was psychosomatic illness. That's when in your mind influences your body. That's psycho and somatic. Soma meaning the body, psycho meaning the mind. And I think that it is very real that we can become victims in our mind and then become victims in our reality. And I think that is something that has affected the Black community as a whole.
And I wanted to jump off what she just said. So I think what Anton was addressing, I think we moved the goalposts away from what he was addressing that he spoke about at other panels. Our mind is so powerful to the point that we can be gods walking on earth, or we can be the lesser vessel in any situation, in any nation, in any situation. There's three ways you can look in the context of how we're being brainwashed, right? If you don't pass the test, you're gonna fail. If you don't follow the law, you're going to jail. There's three ways you can look in the context of how we're being brainwashed, right? If you don't pass the test, you're gonna fail. If you don't follow the law, you're going to jail. No, let go.
I got you. Go ahead.
Pass the test, you're going to fail. If you don't pass, if you don't follow the law, you're going to jail. If you don't follow their guide, you're going to hell. In the context of all those things, the people in power are feeding us hope and disparity at the same time. So they feed you disparity to not attain the things that they're attaining in one hand. And that's where the trauma, they feed us the trauma, they feed us mental health issues, they make us play victim, and then they feed you hope. But the hope is being in the context of the person who's in power. So all you're doing as an individual is you either building or destroying, or you conquering and being conquered. So at the end of the day, whatever we put in our mind, you see in the cartoons where you had an angel on one side and you had a devil on one side. I know everybody on this panel has battled with that. You have that devil telling you like you'll never be nothing, you're trash, you're garbage, you'll never get anywhere, and then you got that angel on the side saying, "Man, you are," like I'm gonna say it too in the context of my ego, how egotistical I had to be, and essentially a positive narcissist. You have to believe that you can do anything. When Kanye, even though we bring Kanye into this, even though sometimes he may say some outlandish things, he says a lot of things that make sense. When we go as far as saying slavery was a choice, which I know that's a whole nother conversation. If we ultimately accept that we under the control of the people who are in power, and then we look up and go, okay, this is who's in power, and we go, nah, that's too hard, I'm gonna play victim. I think that video sheds light on that in pursuit of what we are trying to attain. Are we trying to be the people in power, or are we trying to be opportunists that have liberties from the people that's in power? Until we come together as a community and we don't play victim and we feed into our mind and say we're going to be the conquerors and we're going to be the people in power, we're going to fall victim to the people that's over on top of us globally. Because this is an issue that's happened not only to Black people, all nationalities of people going through this. But essentially, this is what programming is. Either we're going to play God or we're going to play victim.
What do you think the Black community is good at playing?
Victim.
Basketball.
Singing. Music videos, all that.
What's what we've been doing since.
Rapping.
Yeah. We're entertainers.
Yeah. So do you see an abundance of men, like Anton mentioned before, they were more like in 60 years ago, you said 60 years ago, they were way more successful. So what would you say the qualities that those men possess to be able to lead their communities that these men today don't possess?
What Anton was saying, still an essence of who we are as Black people, having our own identity as men and women, and we separated from all the other nationalities or races. We still saw ourselves the way other nationalities saw each other, and we were still striving to be our own nation. That's how Black Wall Street was formulated. In my city, in Wilmington, we had 1898. The United States overthrew the Wilmington, where it was a Black prosperous city. But anytime Black people try to do something that was prosperous or elevating, it would get destroyed. But essentially, these times again, we have to all come collectively again as men and women or play victim. But that's what it is. We had an identity. We believed in ourselves.
But guess what? I'll do you one better. They brainwashed you into calling yourself Black.
Yep.
The very way in which you reference yourself was given to you. The way in which we substantiate who's Black was based off of a construct that was given to you. They told you that it's a certain percentage of a person that then identified or a certain percentage of your blood that made you Black.